Whole trip with airfare and everything, shuttle, blah, 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 $164. There are excursions and stuff that you could pay for. I don't use points for anything like that. So they bring out bread and it's got like stuffed like onions, but like they're cooked onions. In here, parasailing. Oh, big wave. Okay, here we go. Alright, so what is going on? I am right now in my hotel room. I'm going to explain briefly how I'm able to be here and enjoy all these cool things for absolutely free. Alright, the whole trip with airfare and everything, shuttle, blah, 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 $164 in points. Alright, before you turn the video off, or I'm not going to do credit card points or whatnot, hear me out. There's always people that give me pushback, and usually the pushback is misconceptions of how it works, okay? Again, my name is Tony. Hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to help you travel for free. I've been to over 35 countries, 40-something states. Majority of what I do is free or absolutely discounted crazy. So I'm right now in Punta Cana at Hideaway Resort, Royalton Resorts. They have like 3 different sections. I'm at the Hideaway, the adult only, all-inclusive, okay? I don't care about all-inclusive. I have another video of the whole resort. I'm not an all-inclusive connoisseur. I usually don't even do all-inclusive, but it was the same price as getting a regular hotel. So I was like, let me just do this because I want to eat. So this is a Marriott. It's part of their autograph collection. All right, reviews are online were mixed. They're fairly good, but some poor reviews. I talked to some people here and I can see why there were some poor reviews. A lot of people have really crazy expectations, all right? Like food. I have a whole food video on my food channel of the food here. Go check that out if you want. I'll link it somewhere. But I thought the food was great. The steakhouse I went to was great. The complaint that I got was it took them long. Well, the people that took long, they didn't make a reservation. Even though it's all-inclusive, you do need to make a reservation at some of the places. But they didn't make a reservation. They went at like 8 o'clock, which is like, or 7:30, which is like prime time, and they said it took too long. I walked right in at 6 o'clock. I had a reservation for 1. It was really good. So also buffet, I thought the selection was crazy good. You can see that on the video as well. Other people didn't. But aside from that, how did I get here for free? All right, this is a Marriott property. There's multiple different ways to get points, mostly through the credit card, all right? So when you sign on with their credit card, which I'll link it below, I don't get paid for these videos, so if you could use my links, it'd be great. They don't pay me, they do send me some reward points sometimes, so that'd be awesome. Also, if you really want to get into this and stuff, follow me on Instagram. I post all these cool, like, crazy cheap flights and stuff like that on my Instagram, so go check that out. But I had signed up for their card, and at that promo, and there's always different promos, at that time it was 5 free nights capped at 50,000 points a night. So if you go back to my other videos, you can see I used the Ritz-Carlton. I stayed at a Ritz-Carlton for absolutely free for 3 nights. No taxes, nothing, free. In, where did I go? Chile, no, Peru, no. Chile, here we go, yeah. I have the video somewhere, it's really awesome. But I had 2 nights I had to use. So I was scrolling through, and if there's a hotel that you want, let's say my voucher was for 50,000, some vouchers are for only up to 35,000 points per voucher. This one was 50,000. It was actually a couple more thousand than 50. It was like 50 something, but I had extra points, and you can add extra points on up to a threshold, all right? But that's how I used it. I have the credit card. Not only that, it gets me elite status, internet, all these other perks that I don't have to pay for. And then people are like, you have a annual fee. My annual fee is $99 or $95, and every year I get a free night stay and I get elite night points. This hotel was like $600 or $800 for me to be here for 2 nights. And I got it for free. And y'all people are complaining about paying a $95 annual fee. You need to just be responsible. Do it correctly, all right? These credit card companies are out to get you. They know people are just gonna rack up debt and stuff like that. Don't do it. Pay off all your stuff every 2 weeks, not every month, every 2 weeks. Pay it off, pay it off, pay it off. Never had an interest payment. Never had an interest payment, all right? You don't pay interest unless you don't pay your bill. Very simple, all right? So I booked it through the Marriott app with the vouchers up to $50,000, just like I did with Ritz-Carlton. It's very simple. I have a system. I go through credit cards. I do 5 or 6 a year. People are like, oh, your credit's gonna be messed up. Wrong. My credit, not to toot my own horn, always stays around 800. It might drop 10 points. A month later, it goes back up, all right? Pay your bills, get on a rotation, follow my stuff. I teach you and show you how to do it for free. A lot of these other guys are charging you $50, $100, $200 a month to get on their programs, and I'm telling you how to do it for free, all right? And then how did I get down here for my flights? I did have to pay taxes for my flights, but I used JetBlue and Southwest. I used Southwest points, and I used some JetBlue that I actually transferred from Chase. As I'm speaking right now, Chase has a crazy offer on their Sapphire, 100,000 bonus points, which is absolutely unheard of, the best in the industry. It's gonna end pretty soon. I'll drop it below, but more than likely by the time you watch it, it's not gonna be here anymore. But transfer those to JetBlue, and then all I did to pay was taxes. My transfer from the airport over here for a shuttle through the hotel was $26. Now, there are excursions and stuff that you could pay for. I don't use points for anything like that. I never use hotel points. I never use flight or bank points for hotels because the transfer rate is not good. I only use hotel points for hotel stays. That's it. I use banks and airline points for airline travel. You do not get the same redemption value when you book things through the bank portals or the airline portals for hotels, all right? Quick tip. So anyway, that's how I stayed here for free. Follow along, and also if you're interested in this resort, check out that video as well. Later.